If reports are to be believed, it was Rajya Sabha nomination earlier this year that set the cat among the pigeons in the Congress party. Here's a report. Of the 4 Rajya Sabha seats up for grabs from Karnataka, Congress was assured of bagging just one. It was widely expected that Rahul Gandhi loyalist and sitting MP Rajiv Gowda would get a renomination. Instead, Gowda, a former IIM professor, was asked to take a step back to make way for 9-time Lok Sabha MP Mallikarjun Kharge. Kharge led the Congress in the Lok Sabha between 2014 and 2019. He lost the last polls from the Gulbarga in Hyderabad, Karnataka. A former union minister and a family loyalist entry to the upper house raised many eyebrows in the Congress. In the Lok Sabha, after Kharge lost the election in 2019, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary was nominated leader of the party in the lower house. Of the 2 contenders for the post were 2 former union minister Manish Tiwari and Shashi Tharoor. They must have felt belittled by the nomination of Adhir Ranjan, and now both are signatories to the massive sent by the 23 leaders to Sonia Gandhi. In fact, they are the only 2 sitting Lok Sabha members in the list. The story in the Rajya Sabha is all the more interesting. Kharge's nominations had the potential to disrupt the pecking order in the upper house. Current leaders of opposition Ghulam Nabi Azad terms end in February. A renomination to the upper house and another term as the LOP would come up for the reconsideration in the next 6 months. Kharge became a potential candidate for the leader of the opposition post in Rajya Sabha by dint of his entry in the house. He had led a debilitated Congress in the Lok Sabha for 5 years. He would have always occupied the front row along with Manmohan Singh and A.K. Anthony. A new political heavyweight in the Rajya Sabha would also ruffle a few others in the backbenches who may have been waiting promotions in due course. Anand Sharma has been Azad's deputy in the house. However, Mukul Vasnik's signatures in the missive to Sonia Gandhi had surprised many. He had been a Gandhi family loyalist. In the Rajya Sabha nomination earlier this year, Congress nomination to the upper house from Maharashtra went to Rahul Gandhi's loyalist Rajiv Sataf. It is hardly surprising, therefore, that the sparks of unrest were so widespread in the upper house. Key organizational appointments in the last 6 months have firmly borne Rahul Gandhi's seal of approval. The current hierarchy in the Rajya Sabha was naturally reading meaning into Kharge's surprise entry in the House of the Elders. Sparks flew in the meeting of the Rajya Sabha MPs with Sonia Gandhi earlier this month, and then the letter was made public just 24 hours ahead of the Monday CWC. Bureau Report.